Celebrities who spoke about Diddy's parties. Ashton Kutcher. In a 2019 appearance on Hot Ones, Ashton Kutcher described his dynamic with Diddy as really bizarre and alluded to their shared history dating back to punk days. But it was when the topic of Diddy's parties came up that Ashton's tone noticeably shifted. With a smirk and a hint of hesitation, he said, "That was some weird memory lane thing."
Diddy party stories, man. That was like some weird memory lane thing.
At the time, the comment was taken as a vague nod to over-the-top celebrity antics. But now, fans are revisiting that clip, picking up on the subtle discomfort in Ashton's voice. What once seemed like a quirky Hollywood anecdote now has people asking, was Ashton skirting around something darker? Usher has long been associated with Diddy, so much so that he once lived with him as a teenager in the 90s. On The Howard Stern Show, Usher gave a cryptic but telling account of his time in Diddy's world. "I got a chance to see some things. I went there to see the lifestyle, and I saw it. It was pretty wild." Years later, when asked if he'd let his own children attend such parties, his answer was firm. "Hell no."
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
It was said with conviction, and retrospectively, it hits like a red flag. Fans are now looking back at Usher's old interviews, wondering how much he really saw and how much he decided not to say. 50 Cent. Never one to hold back, 50 Cent has consistently thrown shade at Diddy. But his jabs about Diddy's parties always carried a deeper discomfort. In interviews, 50 has said he avoids Diddy's events entirely, citing an uncomfortable energy. In a particularly eyebrow-raising moment, he recalled Diddy once inviting him to go shopping.
He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say?
An interaction he found bizarre enough to share in The Hollywood Reporter. "I'm not messing with this weird energy," he bluntly said. For years, fans dismissed his digs as part of 50's trolling nature. Now many are reconsidering. Was he trying to tell us something all along? Khloe Kardashian. On Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe once described a Diddy party in Las Vegas by deadpanning. "Half the people were butt naked."
"Oh, this party? I think half the people there were butt naked."
The line, delivered with her usual cheeky sarcasm, didn't cause much of a stir at the time. Fast forward to today, though, and the casual remark is being scrutinized. Was Khloe simply recounting a wild Vegas night, or subtly alluding to something deeper? As investigations intensify, that comment now reads more like a red flag than a punchline. Ray J, a longtime industry insider and friend of Diddy's, offered a clear and intentional take when speaking to Chris Cuomo. "I've never been in rooms that people are talking about," he stated, distancing himself from the more disturbing allegations now tied to Diddy's parties. Ray J stopped short of discrediting the rumors entirely, but made it clear that he never witnessed anything illegal or weird. His take was measured, part loyalty, part self-preservation. Still, his need to clarify what he didn't see speaks volumes in today's context. Cat Williams. Cat Williams has a reputation for speaking the uncomfortable truth, often wrapped in dark humor. Regarding Diddy's parties, he's long expressed skepticism. He's referenced deviants attending those gatherings, and has admitted to avoiding them entirely to protect his integrity. Initially brushed off as just Cat being Cat, his warnings now feel eerily prescient. Fans are revisiting his old stand-up and interviews, realizing that maybe Cat wasn't joking. He was sounding an alarm. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon once joked during the Breakfast Club podcast that he attended Diddy's parties as a teenager. "I was in there Harlem shaking," he said, laughing. At the time, the anecdote was played for laughs, but fans quickly did the math. Why was a 16 or 17-year-old at a party with adults twice his age? Nick maintains that he never saw anything wild, insisting the wild stuff wasn't shown to the kids. Still, his story has sparked new conversations about who was attending these parties, and how young some of the guests were. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx once shared that Diddy threw a party in Philadelphia that cost $1.5 million. On The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Foxx laughed as he recalled the extravagance. He even hosted his own party for Diddy, with a much smaller $200 budget. Though Jamie never implied anything sinister, his accounts painted a picture of extravagance on another level. In hindsight, fans wonder, if that's what Jamie could talk about publicly, what went down when the cameras were off? Jeff Wittkch, YouTuber. Jeff Wittkch recalled a night in Miami where he witnessed what he called a freak off at a Diddy party. According to Jeff, live acts were happening right out in the open. Nothing discreet about it. At first, it seemed like another shocking story from Jeff's boundary-pushing world. But in the aftermath of Diddy's arrest, that video resurfaced. And this time, people aren't just entertained, they're concerned. Kendra Wilkinson. Former model Kendra Wilkinson described Diddy's parties as wild, adding, "Nothing bad ever happened to me." Coming from someone with her background, that admission carries weight. Kendra didn't allege wrongdoing, but the tone of her comments, more cautious than celebratory, has fans wondering what kind of lines were being walked at those parties.